Hey everybody, how's it going? Stadman coming right back at you again today, and today we're going to be talking about some Blu-rays and DVDs and all that stuff that I picked up at, or from, I should say, Mercari, Target, and Amazon. 3 different places, just shopping around. Most of the stuff that I got was from Mercari, but not by much. I'm like, yeah, there's only just one more thing that I got from Mercari, essentially. But, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I was very happy with the deals that I was able to get. I know some of you might not be interested in my Mercari videos. The last one that I did was really long, so if you didn't watch that one, I don't blame you. But if you didn't watch it, I did in that video show that I picked up the Lethal Weapon collection from Mercari. This was $12. This has the new transfers. It's the better one, the one that you want to have. You don't want to have the other 4-film set or whatever the heck they call it. That's not the one to get. That has the old transfers, the crappy transfers. This has the good transfers. This is the one you want. This is the one that was on sale during Black Friday that I missed out on. So $12. It's not as good as $10, but it'll do. I snagged that up as quickly as possible. But that being said, I'll get to the other Mercari stuff that I got later on in the video. What I want to talk about right now is Target, because Target is kind of being annoying right now. Target has taken on an entirely new approach. Well, I wouldn't say entirely new, but a different approach to their business model, because for a long time their business model was, well, basically just to help people find what they need and make it easier for people to find what they need. But now, I guess in some sections they still do that, but they're starting to like branch out in other sections of the store into making it so that you can't necessarily easily find exactly what you're looking for. And they do that specifically so that you'll stay in the store longer and hopefully buy more stuff. And they just make a habit of, having a whole bunch of stuff that's maybe a good deal, but also like have it right next to stuff that's not a good deal. That's like objectively not a good deal. But their hope is that people are going to come in. People are going to just buy whatever the heck they want to at one store, at Target, instead of shopping around to get the better deal. And that's what people do. That's what I do a lot of times. But really, it's just like I feel like they're taking advantage of people by doing that, because they know that they're upselling and charging a little bit more than they probably should be for some of the crap that they are trying to sell. And they know that it's not worth that much, and they know they're not paying that much for this stuff that they're getting, that they're selling to people for a ridiculous price, and it's just annoying. So the DVD and Blu-ray section has become somewhat of a microcosm of that whole thing. And so when you go to the DVD and Blu-ray section now, you no longer see a $5 section or a $7.50 section or a $10 section. You don't see any of that stuff, because it's all spread out, and there's no significant section per se. There's like the TV section, like TV on DVD and whatnot, and then there's the movie section. That's basically all there is now, and you have to dig through and find where the Blu-rays are, where the DVDs are, what the price is for the Blu-rays, what the price is for the DVDs. And the crazy thing to me about all this is that means that they had to have somebody individually go in and put all these individual price tags in all these random places on the shelf, which it's just like, you paid somebody to do that, to make it harder for people to find what they want. You paid someone to do that? Like, it just boggles my mind, because there's used to be a day and age, I know old man, stout man here, but there used to be a day and age when you can go into a store and find what you're looking for without having somebody with their stupid business model trying to upsell you on crap you don't need or want, make it more difficult for you intentionally to find what you're looking for. So, yeah, the last time I was in Target, I really got upset about that because, well, there was one thing in particular I was looking for my nephew, and I could not find it. They had it listed in the aisle, like the aisle thing. At the top of the aisle, they'll have like the things that you can expect to find on this aisle. They had it listed right there. It was nowhere in that aisle. Like, I don't know what the hell they're even thinking anymore. It makes no sense. But from their perspective, I can kind of understand it because, like, again, maybe you make more money, but then maybe you have people like me who are just getting like annoyed with your crap and don't want to spend any more time in your store, period, because that's the kind of business you want to run. So, yeah, I went in and I grabbed this one Blu-ray, but it took me about 15 minutes to find because of their freaking way that they do things. So, this was $5. A very good deal, to be fair. LA Confidential on Blu-ray. It has been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I cannot wait to see it again because I don't remember much of it at all. All I know for sure is that I have spent a lot of time learning about film noir and about film in general. I took a film noir class. I've read books about film noir. I've watched a lot of the classics in film noir. I'm pretty well versed in the movement, as it were. It's not a genre per se. It's a film movement. That's what they call it. But yes, I'm well versed enough now that seeing a neo-noir like this, I'm probably going to get a lot more out of it now than I did when I saw it the first time. I'm going to enjoy it a lot more now. And I remember everybody saying for the longest time that this is such a great movie, but I remember thinking when I first watched it that I didn't really think it was that great. Well, now that I know more, I'm going to go back with the knowledge that I have now and watch it and see how much of an idiot I was back then, more than likely. So, yeah, very nice. Came with the slipcover, comes with a boatload of special features. I'm not even going to go through all of them because there's just so freaking much. But yes, there's just a boatload on here. And so for $5, it's a great deal if you're willing to go through the crap of going into Target and trying to find what you're looking for. Because like I said, it took me like 15 minutes to find that. That's ridiculous. Back in the day, I would have been able to go to the $5 section. Boom, it's right there. Boom, I'm done. Like, oh, it's just so frustrating. It's so annoying. And that's just it. Like, I can understand if it makes you a little bit more money or something like that, then maybe do it. But you're doing it at the risk of pissing off your customers. And that's a pretty big risk if you think about it. Pissing off customers has been the downfall of several businesses. So, that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, moving along to Amazon, who doesn't intentionally make it difficult to find what you want to find. I finally decided to pick up The Terminal on Blu-ray because they finally dropped it down below the $10 price point. Holy cow, it has been so long that this has been like $10 to $15, and I haven't been able to get it for the price that I wanted to, and I've been worried that it was going to like be out of production and they're not going to produce any more copies and yada yada yada, and then I got to pay collector's prices, you know what I mean. I was hoping it wouldn't go out of print, and thankfully it didn't go out of print before I could get a decent price on this. $7.99. Hell yeah. The second that it drops below $10, I was saying to myself, just the second it drops below $10, I'm buying it. And here it is. This is honestly one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies, one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. He did a lot of great stuff, obviously, but this one in particular is just so memorable to me. I quote it frequently, and I hummed the music from it frequently. I believe it was a John Williams score, wasn't it? Yep, John Williams, of course. It's just such a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, holy cow, you need to see this. It is so freaking good. It's a modern day classic, quite frankly. So yes, very much enjoy this one. I especially like watching it during the holiday season, not necessarily because it's a holiday film, but because it kind of has the feel of a holiday film, per se. It's a kind of a different take on a holiday film, and there is a kind of, at least in one scene, there's a snowy scene, so I always associated it with the winter because of that scene, even though there are other scenes where it's not necessarily the winter, but I still kind of related to that and like to watch it during the holiday season, or at least during the winter, because, I don't know, it's a great time to watch it. Anyways, $7.99, a great deal. And then this one finally dropped down, to a pretty good price as well, so I decided to pick up Ducktales Volume 2. This has the pilot and the 19 episodes, continuing on from the first volume. It's very weird that they decided to put the pilot on the second volume, but yeah, kind of want to have the pilot if you're going to be watching DuckTales, right? Would be nice, wouldn't it? So this one I've been waiting to find for a halfway decent price, and it dropped down to $6 and randomly $6.08 on Amazon. So I decided to go ahead and pick that up. Very good deal in my estimation. And yeah, great show, obviously. Great nostalgia, memorable show from my childhood. Can't go wrong with some DuckTales. Woo! And then this is actually the last thing I'm going to show you. I know, this video isn't going to take forever. Off of Mercari, yes, we're finally to the Mercari part. Off of Mercari, I managed to snag probably one of my best finds in a long time, because these are like, they're print on demand, and unless you get them through Amazon, it's very hard to find them anywhere else, and when you do, you're probably not going to find them for a much better price than what Amazon is selling them for. And I actually did the math and looked on Amazon to see what the lowest price was that these ever sold for, and for the most part, these have not dropped below like $11 each. Well, I paid $9 a piece for these. So yeah, that's pretty nice. They had it listed at $48 total for all 5 of these on Mercari, and I was just like, that's just a really good price. I would pay that right now, but let me see if they'll take $45. Within 5 minutes, done deal. So that's how you guys got to take a chance on that, because you know what? You're not talking about like lowballing somebody. I'm not going to lowball somebody who's already got it up for a good price, but make it a more round number, or numbers that I like to deal with, numbers in 5s. I like 5s. I don't know why, I just do. But yeah, $45 to get all 5 of these is a phenomenal price. So that said, let's go ahead and show you that I finally decided to pick up Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 1, which these all came factory sealed, by the way. Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 2? Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 3? Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 4? And Are You Afraid of the Dark Season 5? These are all the ones from my childhood, at least, so very cool. Sadly, they got a little bit damaged. The case has got a little bit damaged in transit. They were all factory sealed, like I said, but the way they got packaged, well, let's just be honest. The U.S. Postal Service does not treat these kinds of packages nicely. The bubble mailers, unless you're talking about sending like 1 or 2 DVDs, 3 at most, you do not want to use a bubble mailer, period, because they will probably get crushed at some point. So when these got sent in a bubble mailer, it's not like it's the worst kind of packaging ever, but this is the kind of thing that can happen, get crushed, when you have like 5 DVDs in a bubble mailer. So there's the case damage there. We got some gore here. Oh God. Oh no. Obviously, all of these can be replaced, so I'm not really too beat up about it. And the artwork is fine, the discs are fine, so it's not a big deal. Oh, it looks like, I guess I thought this one was a little bit damaged, but maybe not. Yeah. Season 4 made it through. I believe it's Season 2 that got the brunt of the damage. Season 3 also appears to be fine. And then Season 2 is where you're going to see some real damage. Oh, look at that. Pretty much the entire top of the case is gone. It's not very pretty in there, but the discs are in great condition. And again, like, I paid $9 a piece. If I have to go and get some replacement cases, I'm still going to be at a point where I paid less for all of these than I would have paid on Amazon, so it's not a big deal. And with the way that I buy media, I'll just probably find cases in the wild and use them as replacements. I'll find cases for things that I don't necessarily want but I want to sell, right? And I'll put them in these cases, crappy cases, and sell them online for a little bit less or something, Just say, has a little case damage or something. Who knows, but either way, that is that. That's what I picked up this week from Mercari, Amazon, and Target. I apologize if I'm a little out of sorts. I'm pretty tired. I'm shooting this right after the daylight savings time hour jump, so I'm just like, huh? And my brain's all gooey or something, so I can't really focus or be on point as I usually would during a video, as on point as I would be during a video. But yeah, very happy about all the pickups I found, especially happy about, even though they got damaged, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Dang, man, I didn't even know if I was ever going to get, like, all 5 seasons, but when I saw that price, I could not say no. So anyways, that'll do it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.